Greetings and salutations, Better Agents. It is time for another feature release. If you're new to Better Agency, every other Monday, we do a new feature release and we make you aware of some of the changes, tweaks, bug fixes, enhancements, and new features that are being rolled out inside of your Better Agency. And I'm really excited about this one because this one is thick. This is beefy. This feature release is bananas. Some stuff that we really wanted to have released, sooner, but we kind of put it all into this one. This is jam-packed. But before we get into it, I want to make you aware of something that's really, really important. If you have not yet signed up for the Better Agency Conference, the user conference, it's held It's held April 9th, 10th, and 11th here in Chandler, Arizona. Make sure you get your tickets. We've been posting about it for months now in the group. There should be no reason, but if you're new, you haven't seen the post, make sure you get signed up. Tickets are $50. You, anybody else from your team that is using Better Agency, come on out to Chandler. We're going to help you use the app. A lot of hands-on instruction. It's the first in-person event since Corona apocalypse. So this is awesome. Make sure you come out. If you haven't seen the link, I'll put it down below. Look in the group. You'll see the full itinerary. Lots of fun stuff. You're going to want to make sure you come out. All right. Now into the future releases. I'll just quickly get into, I'm going to save the kind of the good stuff for kind of towards the end. That'll kind of make it to where you watch it more. I'll kind of go over kind of the real simple stuff, kind of smaller scale stuff that we have working. First things first, we've changed the way that you can import phone numbers into Better Agency. Before, you had to have it like just this perfect matrix of, combination of numbers and dashes. We've done away with that. We've made importing phone numbers a lot easier. Just bring them in. If you just put in just nothing but numbers, our system's going to know that. You'll bring it right in. It's going to be really, really, really cool. Also, if you bring in people and you have updates to the policy, it's going to do a few things. Number one, it's going to try to match name and email. So that doesn't change. Your email address for your customer is always going to be the main primary anchor for every single update or addition, anything that you bring into Better Agency from a contact standpoint. But if there's no email, then what we're going to use is we're going to use name and phone number. So if we can't find an email, we're going to look for name and phone number. We're going to see if there's a match there. If no phone number exists, we're going to do name and date of birth. Did I say that? Yeah, that's in that order. Name and date of birth. So again, name and email first order. If there's no email, we look for name and phone. If there's no phone, we go for name and date of birth. This will eliminate any duplicates. This will make it harder to have kind of, the same person in there 17 times. It's going to look for all those little key metrics and anchors to make sure we're updating the right people, getting the new people into the application, and not creating a bunch of, false contacts. So I think that's pretty cool. Kind of a little enhancement that we've made. Another thing we've done is we are adding commercial GL codes and SIC codes into the commercial record. So this is going to really help out with our integrations with Tarmica. And as we get ready to roll out Ivan's downloads here in April, then this is just kind of good information that you're going to need. So in the commercial record, you can store class codes, you can store SIC codes, all good. More info, more data, the better. The next thing, this is actually brought to us by Matthew Rubin. So shout out to you, Matthew. This is on you. Thank you so much for making this a feature release or part of this feature release. What we've done is we have changed the ability. So what would happen before is you would send out an email and it would say from ABC Insurance. Well, we've done away with that, and now it's going to come directly from you by name, so it's more personalized in their inbox. We believe that's going to even help our open rates and kind of, contact rates even more is when it comes from a real person and not from a company or from an agency. So we've made that change. Thank you, Matthew, for pointing it out. That change is done. All right, now here comes the good stuff. I've got 3 big feature releases, new things in the application that I think are really, really cool. And the first one, in no particular order, is Zapier. We've made a lot of enhancements and changes to our Zapier, and I will go on record right now and saying I will put our Zapier up against any other Zapier with any other software company in the planet, because our Zapier already is pretty darn detailed. We got all kinds of ways to do cool stuff with our Zapier. It's a public Zap, by the way. It's not something that's hidden. You can just access our Zapier and you can do some really, really cool stuff. Here's what you can do. You can start a foundational new lead campaign or any new lead campaign based on anything. So before you had to kind of make those changes and start the campaigns inside a Better Agency, nope, not anymore. You could do that via Zapier. So if something's come in from a particular source, particular form, you can start the foundational new lead campaign that's already built out in Better Agency. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to download anything. It's not a weird template that you got to install. It's already there for you. Just say, hey, if it comes from there, start this campaign, and boom, it's done. But I think some of the really cool features that we've done to Zapier pertain to how we do service. Now, I'm going to get to the Service Center in just a moment, but we've done some really neat stuff to our Service Center via Zapier. We've made it the ability to where if you're using web forms to do policy changes, then it's going to import both the title, the type of change that you want it to be. It's going to bring in the notes. It's going to do all that cool stuff, and it's going to bring it right into the Service Center. There's no more just looking at the name and then clicking on it and saying, okay, what is this that I got to do? You're going to have it right there, front and center, right in your face. And that's pretty awesome. So we've enhanced the ability to bring in information via Zapier from your forms right into the Service Center, creating tickets, having automations fire off, improving your service, getting more Google reviews, having a bird's eye view of everything. I'm really stoked about this. I'm going to talk more about the Service Center in just a moment because there's something also that I think is really neat that we're going to get to at the end. Did I say 3 things? I really meant 5 things. We got 5 things. So the first one, Zapier. Second one, we now have the ability to add MMS texting capabilities inside a Better Agency. So if you want to send a picture to somebody via text inside your Better Agency, you can do that. There's no more just text. You can actually do videos, you could do pictures, you could do PDFs, you can store them as agency attachments, you can browse your computer. Really, really cool stuff. It's not just MMS texting, it is SMS texting, it is MMS texting. So now you can do multimedia texting. Pretty cool. Nice little feature that people have been asking for a while. We finally got it put into Better Agency just for you guys. The next big feature release is we've added the ability to communicate with referral partners inside of Better Agency. So if you're writing and working with a lot of loan officers, you can put your contacts right inside of Better Agency. Treat them as contacts. You can store every communication, all your attachments, all your contact information. You can text and email right from Better Agency. No need to go to any other outside platform. You can do it all right there. Communicate with your referral partners so you can see everything that they're asking for. So when they email you things, you can see when the request came in. You can shoot them text messages. You can talk to their processor. You can talk to them. You can talk to their team. All this is doing is making it really, really simple to kind of stay inside of one platform, which for independent agent is massive. All right, we're getting down to it. Now, I'm going to talk about this next feature because this is something that people have wanted for a while, and we've finally been able to roll it out. The second to last feature release that we're putting into Better Agency for this one, you should see active inside of your campaign, is the ability to start Winback campaigns automatically. You don't have to press any other buttons or do anything. You can start your Winback campaigns and start reaching out to people who left you. For whatever reason, they left you. But you can reach out to them. You can X-date them, and you can start communicating with them 60 days prior to their renewal to win them back into your agency. The copy's already done. Numerous emails, text messages, tasks for you or your producers to follow up on. The Winback campaigns are live. The best way to do it is if you go into the client record and you cancel a policy, it's going to ask you some basic questions. Namely, it's going to ask you, what's the effective date? Like, when is the cancellation date? Who did you lose it to? And it's going to ask you some other details that you're going to find and be able to report and track on over time inside of your agency reporting. Make sure you check it out. Click on those buttons. You can see a nice little pie chart of who you're losing business to, where you're losing it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But all that to be said, this isn't about the reporting. This is about the ability to automatically communicate with lost prospects and clients over time, automatically making it so that they want to come back. And that's a big, big, big thing. So that is live. The Winback campaigns are live, baby. Make sure you start using those. That's going to be really, really cool. We're really, really excited about that. Okay, this is the last one. And if I had to say, this is the one I think the Winback campaigns are cool. I think this one is, in my opinion, cooler. And everybody has access to it now. So let's paint a picture of how it was. Let's get some nice accordion music, please. All right, let's go back into yesteryear. Many agents have done a few things. They have utilized maybe ticketing software like Freshdesk or Zendesk or some sort of help desk ticketing software. And we've tried to accomplish and accommodate a lot of that and bring that functionality into Better Agency. And that took a major step forward today. So now we have created the ability for you to add a service-based email inside of your Better Agency that does not count as a user seat. It's just a service email box. So if you use support at, service at, any of that type of stuff, you can have where requests are getting sent to that email inbox and they're being automatically filtered into Better Agency. This is great. Now, here's how it works. If John Doe at AOL.com, I don't know who uses AOL anymore, but John Doe at AOL.com is already in your Better Agency. He emails that email inbox. It's going to come right into Better Agency. It's going to know that John Doe at AOL.com is already contacted. It's going to know it's John, and it's going to match up the ticket with his contact record. Cool, right? Pretty simple. But now we've created a new pipeline called Unlinked Opportunities. Let's say John is not already in your Better Agency. He's not a user. He's not a customer. He's not a spouse of anybody. You don't have his email address, nothing. He's just emailing you. He's emailing that service box. It's going to bring that into the Unlinked Opportunities pipeline. And from there, you can either link him to an existing contact. So maybe you're like, oh, that's Betty's husband. And we don't have John's email in there, but now we do because now we're going to link the service ticket to him. And you can link those opportunities. Again, this is great. This eliminates the ability to have to maybe delegate to so much, different service people. You can bring everything right into the unlinked opportunities, or if they're in the system, it's going to put them right into Better Agency, into your correct pipeline. And remember, automations and campaigns and sequences are tied to every single deal stage. So it's going to help you replace anything that you might be using that is an outside product as it pertains to service ticketing or anything like that. You can bring that all inside of Better Agency. It's great. You're going to be able to search by ticket numbers. You'll be able to search by contact. It is really, really awesome. This is going to allow your service team to be so much more efficient, so much more effective. It's going to give you guys just the ability to do some really cool stuff on the service side. But that's what we are talking about when we talk about the Service Center. A lot of enhancements coming there. And we've also made it, again, very good on the Zapier side, where we've been able to enhance that, the fields and everything, so the stuff is coming over correctly. Really, really proud of our team for this. They've done an amazing, amazing job. So is that everything? Yeah. I think that's pretty much everything. Those are the updates for this week. We got some really cool ones in the next 2 weeks that we'll talk about in the next video, in the next feature release. But comment down below. Tell us which feature you're most excited about. Tell us which one you just can't wait to start using. We can't wait to hear about your success, hear about your results, and like always, take your feedback and ideas that you guys have so that we can make a product that you guys are not only proud of, but you guys just can't wait to use. Until next time, we'll see you on the next feature release video. Talk to you soon.